What's up, everybody? Pastor Nate here, Wake World Church and Wake World Ministry. Um, I want to go ahead and talk about the Baltimore situation, what's going on here. First, I want to go ahead and point out some things here, all right? I'm not racist at all. I have quite a few African American friends, and just to mention the pastor that ordained me, Sylvester Bland, of the United States of America, is African American. I'll say black, and so is my best friend and also fellow pastor slash mentor. So there you have it. So with that being said, I'm going to be blunt and clear, and I'm going to ask some questions. I just want to ask questions. First and foremost, before I begin, yes, under your First Amendment right, you have the right to protest. You have the right to assemble. But there's a thing that you guys are missing that's turning this not to a protest, but a straight up riot, almost an act of war, is you're not assembling peaceably. And what you're doing in the name of a dead man is making a situation out to be what it's never needed to be. With the question I want to ask you, for those that are for what's going on right now, you're cheering them on, or those that are involved and doing whatever it is that you think you're doing, what benefit are you adding to your community? What benefit are you adding? What value are you adding to your homes, to your family, to the stores around you, to other people's lives besides yourself? What value are you adding by doing what is going on, what you are a part of, what you are supporting? Calling it a protest. It is a riot. At least the news got that one right. They're not showing what's really going on, the rocks and the stones and the lighting, the police cars on fire, or when they're driving by, bricks being thrown at the police officers that are trying to do their job. Do you understand? As I said, this is almost an act of war. So again, I ask you, what benefit are you adding to your community by doing this in the name of a dead man? If this hit home so much to you, now I'm going to put it like this. I don't know exactly what happened. God only knows the truth. But there is a bunch of allegations. There's different things people are saying. I'm not saying this is justified for his death, but he has a pretty long rap sheet of some things he got involved in willingly. Let me state this as well. Being a thug is not a color. Being a thug is an action that you do. It's activities that you are involved in. So by you guys doing this in your community, how is this supporting the family of this man that has been killed, rather that was murdered, or he just died of natural causes from supposedly surgery that happened a week before this? It just says that he died in police custody. People went and jumped the gun and said, oh, well, the officer did it because every single one of them is corrupt. That is not true. And that type of mentality is exactly what people are reacting out of emotion and doing what they're doing. I pray to the Lord that this does not spread outside of Baltimore, that other riots do not start. Because of the thing that happened in Ferguson, I don't even think that's fully resolved. They're still cleaning it up. Again, in the name of a dead man. And you guys are, I like what the mother said of this guy. You turn something beautiful into something horrible. I mean, again, I don't know exactly what happened. I'm going to stand in the middle of the common ground that yes, he is dead. Rather that was murder or by causes of surgery or something went wrong. He is dead. But destroying stores, do you understand? By when you destroy people's stores, you rob them, you're destroying other people's dreams and their work that they got hard to. You know what? This is going to seem racist, but I'm going to say it. If you put as much effort as you are in the writing to clean up your community, the hood is a statement made by those who want to keep it the way it is. Let me say that again. Being in a neighborhood, I know people from the WUW. I know people from hoods. All right? I'm not the man that I used. I'm not the, back then. I was a completely different man that I am today. I was a boy. I'm a man now because of God and what He's making me into be. I'm gonna put it plain and simple like that. Okay, I have a completely different outlook on different things, and I can tell you the one thing that's going on here is a spiritual battle more than a physical. It is the result. It's a sin. Put it like that. Sin is the equal to all evilness across the world. It's the evilness that's in our heart, and that's why we have Jesus. I'm no better than anybody watching this. But again, being hood or whatever and saying, again, if you wanted to clean up your community instead of saying, oh, I'm from the hood and this is what we do because we can't get forward. Really? Well, put as much effort that you're doing in the rioting and change your neighborhood and in any neighborhood. Put that much effort in and see what happens. There are thousands of you, thousands, all over the city doing this, day and night. Under the Constitution, we also have what's called due justice. Until someone is proven guilty, they are innocent. So by you condemning every single police officer, it's going as far as, sadly, it has to be an African American calling for the death of every single white Leo, law enforcement officer, peacekeeper. You think people are not going to take that literally, that are in the same mindset of, well, this hood is ours? I love when a judge, actually, I forget which happened, what court hearing it was, but I saw it. The guy said, well, this is our hood, and I did this out of protecting it. She says, no, that is not your hood. That belongs to the community. That is my property and this community's property. It doesn't belong to criminals. And I'm going to say that again. Let me also tell you something. We the people are better than this. And again, I'll say this. I keep on saying this. I do not want this to happen, but it is inevitable for war to break out again in our country. I don't want it to happen. I'm not going to be the one that fires the first shot. I'm actually going to be the one that protests against it. But this is the exact behavior. This is the exact behavior of why the New World Order is going to take over, because they see the chaos in the nations. Exactly as Jesus prophesied in the days of his return would happen. It screams that they need a worldwide solution to resolve the unrest. But then again, it's going to go to people like me that is going to be blamed for the unrest because I believe in Jesus. That's what it's going to come down to. Going back to what I was saying, though. We the people are better than this. And this is not how the war needs to start. No war needs to start like this. This is based on emotion and tension of the unknown of what truly happened. And I'm also going to say this. I've said this before, not every single Leo is corrupt. And I'm going to say it like this. There is such thing as police officers and peacekeepers, and then there are those that are wolves in sheep's clothing that just so happen to have a badge. They are not law enforcement in my eyes. They are criminals just like those who they work with, or who they arrest, or the criminal actions that others do. They are just as guilty as them. They are not Leos in my eyes. There are good people out there that are peacekeepers, that wear that uniform and represent what it means. So by you people out there, I'm not saying just all black people. I'm saying we the people. Anybody out there that completely damns these officers, and I'm going to say it like that because you're exactly damning them like they're the most evilest thing on this earth. They're not even close. But I'm telling you, you're pushing them back in a corner. It is scaring them and their family. And you know, it's a sad day when our peacekeepers, man, I can't even begin to relate to them. I'm just going to put it like this. I want to end this with scripture. Take heed to this. This is words of Jesus himself. And Matthew chapter 12 verses 25. And it says this. Knowing their thoughts, he said to them, every kingdom divided. Listen to this. Every kingdom divided against itself is laid waste. And no city or house divided against itself will stand. Let me read this again. Knowing their thoughts, He said to them, every kingdom divided against itself is laid waste. No city or house divided against itself will stand. And I have a word for you, Governor. By you giving space for these riots to continue is treason. I also want to share this with you. Matthew 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacekeepers, for they shall be called sons of God. And they are, and they're trying to do their job, people. Step out of their way. I actually encourage some of you that are truly shaking your heads over this to stand with them and show that we, the people, are better than this. That this is not the answer. Tearing down our nation's colors and putting up a black and white flag may not seem like a big deal to people, but it is. There's also a reason why I used to fly my flag in distress. And let me tell you, our country is in distress. I'm completely justified in flying it like that. But I still have hope in our country because of we the people. So if that is you, take a stand. Do a video like this. Go out there and protest against the protesters. Or the rioters. And educate them on what protesting is, like Martin Luther King did and was very, very just good at. And he made a change. If he were to see this today, he would be standing with the officers. I guarantee it. God bless you all.